Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Dead with Dave. Well, I hope all of you have had a great New Year's. I had a really good New Year's. I spent my New Year's with my family. We had a small little family party here. Watched the ball drop. It was great. It's always good to spend time with family. Now it's the official start of the 2012 Halloween build season. I know a lot of you have started right after last Halloween, but now there is no excuses why you can't work on your Halloween props or your haunt, because there is no holidays coming up right now. So now's the time to build, and you all gotta get to that. No more wasting time. It's time to build. You only got 200 and something days left till Halloween, so you better get to work, people. So what should we talk about first today? I got so much awesome things that I found. You know what? We'll start off with cool props. I got two props I gotta show you. They're both from WidowMakerProductions. Very, very intense pneumatic props. You just gotta check these out real quick here. Take a look at the first one. You're gonna love it.
What did you
It's just an awesome, awesome prop. In the video today, it took 3 months to build it. That's really a good amount of time to put into a full bore pneumatic prop like this. It's going to take about 3 months to build something that size and with that much action involved. You don't really see many pneumatic props who do a full spin around and stand up like that. I mean, it takes a lot of engineering and a lot of thought process to build something that does that much movement, and he really did an awesome job in it. And you can tell how good this prop is by the reactions of the kids in front. Take a look at the video again, and you're going to see the kids right here in front. Now listen, as soon as he flips it on, listen to the little girl scream. It's awesome. See? Just like that. Your 3 months of building, all worth it. Little girl screamed. It's perfect. That's all you need. That's all you need to make everything, the hard work, the late nights, right there. Done. Now, he also has a second prop that he just put out on YouTube, like a couple days ago. He actually put a 3-part tutorial on it to show how he built it. And here, check it out real quick. It's awesome.
What are you doing in my house? I'm gonna get you! What are you doing in my house? I'm gonna get you!
Now this is just a great full-blown scissor hinge prop. Guy extends almost 4 feet, from the seated position to the full outright reach. I mean, that's just a huge amount of movement off one cylinder. I love seeing it. I personally have always wanted to do a scissor hinge prop. Just haven't really got around to doing it. It's a lot of work trying to actually make the scissor part itself. But man, after seeing that, it really lights a fire under me to get going, because you get a huge, huge amount of show for such a compact prop when it's just sitting and doing nothing. But awesome. I can't wait for it to be out in his yard and behind the smoke and lights. It's really going to be awesome. So definitely check out his channel. Like I said, he has a 3-part series on how he made it. Definitely watch all three videos on it. He really goes into good detail and shows some really good video of it. And he actually says you can contact him and ask him questions or anything you want about him. He'll give you as much information as he can. So, really cool guy. Check him out. I think his name's Greg. Go check out his channel. Subscribe to him. Awesome prop. And, I can't wait to see what else he brings, because he really is bringing some big, big pneumatics to the haunt world. For this next segment, I put together a short video as a tribute to who I believe has one of the best Halloween-related YouTube channels. Her tutorials are top-notch. Her props are just works of art. and her home haunt could easily be used at the pro level. So without further ado, I give you the queen of Halloween, Tara, from Scaryladyvideos.
Hey everybody, Tara here, and I'm going to make a tombstone.
Well, this is a tutorial on how to make foam haunt panels.
A video on how I aged on my tombstone.
And welcome to a new tutorial, how to build outdoor Halloween monster props.
Well, I had some extra time to kill to make some props.
To another tutorial, a Western themed tutorial, Holidays.
Cause the storm has come. Choose your poison and get your gun. Get your gun. What if you weren't you? What if I wasn't me? What if this could be real? What if we could be saved? What if the world went away? Pushed to madness from your racks. Get illusions mixed up with facts. Minds are broken, fears come true. What if it was because of you? Things beyond my control begin taking a hold. It's all thinking so fast. Now you've got me writing novels in my head of how you left me here for dead. What if you weren't you? What if I wasn't me? What if this could be real? What if we could be saved? What if the world went away? Everything, now everything is becoming static, pushing me, pulling me. Everything is so automatic. Forgive me if I'm not the man that you always think I am. What if you weren't you? What if I wasn't me? What if this could be real? What if we could be saved? What if the world went away? What if the world went away? What if the world went away? What if the world went away?
I think it's time for a little Q&A. Now, in the last show of Dead, I did a how to make shit section on Halloween controllers, and I had asked all of you to write me any questions that you might have on controllers. And I got a couple questions, which are awesome. I love your questions. Keep them coming in. So we will go through them, and I will try to answer them as best as I can. So the first question comes from the Boneyard Creep, and he writes in, My question for you is, what controller and prop would you suggest for a person that's never done one before? I would like to start small and work my way up, I guess. Thanks, man, you rock. Well, thank you, Boneyard Creep. I think I do rock. No, I'm kidding. For a first beginner controller, well, I said that slow as hell, didn't I? For the first, way off on that one. For a beginner controller, I would definitely go with the Fright Ideas Peekaboo AC controller. It's a plug-in controller. Comes with 2 outputs, 1 triggerable input. Comes with sound, which is awesome. It has a 10-watt Class D amplifier. 10 watts is going to give you a good sound. It's not going to be deafening, but it will give you a good quality sound if you put a good quality speaker against it. If you want more sound or more power, just hook up a powered amplified speaker and you'll be fine with that. But the reason it's beginner friendly, you just plug things into it. You can plug lamps into it, you can plug valves into it, anything 120 volts, just plug right in. And there's no hacking, no wire soldering, no nothing. It's really simple and easy. The programming on it is on a key banger side, so you just whatever you push on the keys is what your prop's going to do. So I think that's easiest. I think that's the easiest and simplest the prop controller out there right now. It's like $109 I think right now from frightedeas.com and also frightprops.com. So I mean it's a little expensive, $109, $110, but for its ease of use, there's really no better way. So I'd pick that up. For a beginner prop, you really can't beat a trash can trauma. I mean, that was my first pneumatic prop, was my trash can trauma. I still use it to this day. You see it in my 2011 video. There's a million ways you can build one, and there's a million how-tos on them on YouTube and the forums and stuff like that, so you can find what you like the best, change it up a little bit, make it your own. I mean, don't build exactly what people are doing out there. Put your own creativity into it. I mean, that's what we're doing here. This is Halloween, you know, put whatever fits good for you. And definitely a trash can trauma is a perfect beginner prop. It really gets you, especially pneumatics, you know, it's just 1 cylinder, 1 valve, 1 controller. You can build one of those with controller and everything, $150. You know, if you're at $175 maybe at most for a good one. I mean, that's with the controller. Remember, the controllers cost you $110. So it's not that bad. I mean, you can have a really quick, kick-ass pneumatic prop with that. So for a beginner, definitely go that route. For my next question, actually my next 2 questions, because they're kind of on the same path here. First one I'll go from is Jersey Girl. And she writes in, I have a question about the movement of a prop. What's the difference between a cheap motion sensor to move a prop compared to the controllers you mentioned on your show? Are those controllers good for pneumatics? I only have props that move with shiatsu massagers and wiper motors for now, but eventually I want to work on pneumatic props, so I'm thinking that would be one of the choices I would go with. Sorry if this sounds like a stupid question, but I never worked with those controllers before. And before I move on, let me just say this, Jersey Girl. There are no stupid questions. There are only stupid people. I'm kidding. There's no stupid questions. Didn't you learn that in school? And the second question along the same route is from Ghoulish Cop, my friend Rich. And he writes in, as to questions about controllers, would one be better for a startle prop or just use a PIR sensor and pneumatics to trigger a prop? Or are they 2 different things altogether? Or use them together? What to do? Well, basically the questions are why use a controller and not just use a motion sensor or a PIR sensor to trigger props? And it's a simple answer. You don't have the control over just using a motion sensor as you would if you used a full-blown controller. Next to me I had a motion sensor. This is one of those ones you get on motion lights you put on in front of your garage or in the back of your house. When people walk by, the lights go on. And you can use this to activate a prop. a motor prop, a pneumatic prop, you can use this. The only problem is, if you ever actually had one of those lights on the side of your house and you needed to turn on when you walked in front of it, and you're out there going like this for 5 minutes trying to get that goddamn light to light up, you know how inaccurate these pieces of shit are. Because that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a prop that goes on sometimes, doesn't go on other times, and you're going to ruin scares. Plus, the thing is, you only have one trigger. It's going to either turn it on or off. That's it. And there's no amount of time, there's no accurate amount of time you can set it for. The only way to set the time is on the back of this, and you can set it for 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 4 hours on. That's it. With a real prop controller, you can set it for seconds on. You have multiple outputs, from one output all the way to 24 plus outputs. Multiple triggers. You can have one trigger up to 8 trigger ins to do different things. The options are endless when you have a prop controller. This, you have one option. And basically the option turns out to be it's going to suck. And that's my opinion. I know some people do use these to activate their props and it works great for them. I have found zero luck with this. So I definitely stay away from just using these. Now to move on with Rich's question also, do you have to use both? Yes. You're going to need some sort of trigger to activate your prop controller. I would steer away from the motion activated ones. Again, along the lines of it doesn't work all the time. You can go with more of a IR sensor, which means infrared sensor, which I have one here on front of another controller I built a long time ago. This is an infrared sensor. It detects body heat. It's a lot more accurate than a motion detector. But it still has its downsides. It's going to turn on when a car drives by because it's going to see the engine heat from the car. Also, it has a very wide range of view. So this is a 180-degree range of view right here. So if you have somebody walking on this side of your driveway and somebody walking over here and there's nobody in front, it can actually activate your prop, which you don't want to do. You can change that by putting tape on the sensor to try to limit its line of sight. But that's a much better way. You know what? I'm not going to talk about that right now. I plan on doing another show on just triggers, so I'll go into more detail about just triggers then. And also go back to Jersey Girl's questions. Even if you have shiatsu massagers, wiper motors, you can still use controllers with them. They're not just for pneumatics. You know, they're for any type of animated prop. That's what they're for. So you can plug in your shiatsu massagers and have more control over how long it's on for and how it's triggered. Your wiper motors and anything along the lines of movement. You know, if you have to turn something on and off, that's what a prop controller is for. So definitely try with that. I hope that has answered your questions. If not, there is a lot more information on the internet, as you know. Or send to me and I'll answer more of it. Like I just said, next segment, the next show I do on my How to Make Shit segment, I am going to go into great detail on triggers for your controllers. There are a lot of different triggers out there, and there's pros and cons for each and every one of them. So we'll try to weed through what would be best for your props and your home. So, until then, thank you again for coming and watching my show. I greatly appreciate all my viewers and my subscribers. So please subscribe if you can. And if you have any questions that you'd like me to answer, it doesn't have to be on controllers now. I'm going to try to keep this Q&A section on here. So ask randomly, and I will try to answer them as best as I can. Or I will find out the best answer. I love researching. So in everything that I research, I learn, and it makes my own stuff better. So it works good for me too. Not just you, it's also for me. No, it's all about you guys on this show. And I love you all. Thank you again. This has been Dead with Dave.